for the opportunity. Because my major advocacy right now is for a UN Fifth World Conference on Women. And it has been something that I have been a principal advocate for since 2003 or 4. And one of my metaphors is that the journey of this activism is like the labyrinth. The labyrinth, if you walked it at Grace Cathedral or at the California Pacific Medical Center, it's the Chartres labyrinth, and there are 28 U-turns. So 2 years ago, when the Secretary General and the President of the General Assembly came out with their joint statement saying it is high time that we had a global conference on women for the new issues that have involved, et cetera, I thought, great, because all they were doing is asking the General Assembly to give them a simple resolution to get in motion having this conference, which will take about 3 years to manifest once the General Assembly passes it. Well, it's sort of unheard of for the Secretary General and the President of the General Assembly to ask for something as simple as let's have a conference and not have it accepted, have it not just happen. And it didn't happen, though there was a lot of good energy for it, a lot of great energy for it, when the United States of America let it be known that they, because it's all by lobbying at the General Assembly level, that the current administration, unexpectedly to me, lobbied strongly against it with the European Union. And the rest of the world, in the face of those two, backed off. Well, what is now proposed, which is interesting, is regional conferences. However, the new thing on the horizon is that next year's Commission on the Status of Women, the topic is to review the Beijing Platform for Action and ask every government to come up with a report about their successes and failures at implementing it. So it's going to be in consciousness. And it's also going to do one other thing that is what moved me. I didn't go to the Beijing plus 4, the fourth conference in Beijing. What I did was understand what it meant to the women who went there and how the generation of NGO and presidents of countries were women that had gone and had connected with one another and had networks of alliances based on friendships. And this is what this generation, the generation that follows, needs to do. So there was that. There was this new research that says it's only women on the ground that makes the difference to have certain things that have been accepted pass. And we saw that in India there were laws that said, you know, rape is not good, rape is illegal, but nobody enforced them until the women took to the street and let it be known enough was enough. And what changed was suddenly these laws were being implemented. And so 1 billion rising is, and I've been an advocate from the beginning that the country that it could best be held in is India, because it's the largest democracy in the world, and it also is a third world country. And now they have women who are acting up more than any other place, not just protesting, but the 1 billion rising, you know, it's about dancing to protest violence against women. Eve Ensler, whose personal story is heartbreaking, that she just came out with her memoir, otherwise you wouldn't know how she was raped and beat up by her upper-class family and my father in Scarsdale, New York, and how she, you know, did the vagina monologues for years. And then when she had to deal with cancer, and when she started to see how her life and the women of the Congo, the rape victims of the Congo, who could still dance together, made a difference, she initiated 1 billion rising, which I think is a wonderful movement, because as soon as you get out and dance and connect, you are part of the grassroots movement. And so what do I think about? I think it's important to have this happen. I think that the idea has been spreading through the grassroots. I'm I don't know whether it's going to be another U-turn at the next CSW, but I really feel that we are moving towards a conference that was never the goal in the first place. The real goal is energizing a global women's movement, but I couldn't see it happening as well without a 5th Women's World Conference. So there I am doing my thing, and it's true. It's meaningful, it's fun, and it is motivated by love. So I can be a testimony to, if you take on an assignment that has these ingredients, it's good for you.